Hi guys, I am sweating. I can't believe I just showered and yet still like got outside and I'm sweating. So I'm doing, look at the condition at my workshop guys. My workshop is in a mess. I just finished these and I have them there. My workshop is in a mess and I can't even clean it until I get back because I have to go down the road to get some stuff that customers had order, to go to web source and to get a bunch of other pick up a bunch of other stuff because I have weddings and Christmas parties and whatever coming up. So I'm showing you guys this. I started this one last night and I'm gonna finish this quickly because it's just a continue running this around it. So let me put down the blinders because I don't want the glare to hamburg you guys from seeing what I'm doing. Right, so let me just put it down. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing because I'm getting a lot of requests from you guys and you're wanting to make your own table wreath because I bounced my head just now, so excuse me how I keep scratching it, but I bounced it when I was coming outside, so it kind of is giving me like a sting right now. But anyway, you guys stressed to me a lot on my business page that I don't know why, but for some reason with the business page I can't do the live, so I have to do it here and then I'll have to share it over there. So you guys stressed me enough as to that you guys wanted to buy wreaths, but when you went to buy, the price of them is very ridiculous. I know exactly where you're coming from because a lot of customers talk about that and stress that to me as well, right? So I hope that the short tutorial I'm gonna show you guys, I hope that it helps. I have to kind of position my phone in a position that you guys would see properly, but I hope that it helps you guys because I know that because I have checked for myself and I find these people are ridiculous, especially in terms of the flowers and whatever, because they, I don't know, all their Trinidad needs to do something because these people overdoing it. Because honestly, some of the items that they're charging you all, I went to a store yesterday because I was missing some acorns and I wanted to put some acorns in the middle of it. So I was trying to figure out like what I want to do because most wreaths that I make for customer, I always give different details because of the fact, I don't know about all here, but I petty because I don't want when I walk in my house, like I have one thing and then when I come to visit your house, you have the same thing as me. I don't know, it's just something about me. I rather my stuff be unique rather than it be everybody. You go to everybody's house, everybody has the same thing. So it's just a thing about me. So I know there are some customers that think the way I do sometimes too. And so every wreath I make, I always put different details in it. So that way, even if somebody tell you it come from me, you will realize that it's something different. Now with this wreath, the difference is I added the Christmas balls inside of it, right? And all the Christmas balls are removable and they have a message on the ball, so you can on Christmas Day remove the balls and give it to your friends because there's a specific message of a personalized quote on the balls, right? And I did these reindeers for myself and each reindeer were handcrafted by me. They were not bought and I had some that was silvered and some that is gold, right? these reindeers were personally made, handcrafted by me, and each reindeer has a detail. When you look at the side of the reindeer, you see my personal detail on each reindeer. So as you can see it, each reindeer were made by me, and all the reindeers are made out of plastic and styrofoam, right? So it's a very hard thing, right? So then I have my flowers. I went to get these flowers and I find it ridiculous. The prices were too much, and these stencils that I made here is of glue and glitter dust, which is, I suggest if you want to do your own stencils by glue and glitter, you need to buy a lot of glue sticks, and I don't think that you should order it here because it's better you just go and buy a wreath. So better you order. What I would tell clients is that I think that you guys do a lot of late shopping, which is bad, because then it's very tedious for you. Good morning, guys. It is very costly for you, because when it coming to Christmas, it's most times when they raise price of certain things, and then some of the decorations is not even all that good looking. It's like you have to go and fix them over, and I find if I'm paying quality money for something, I should get quality product, right? So these are cloth flowers, and then they were sprayed, right? And that takes a while to dry. But if you don't want to do all of that and you want to make your own wreath, you can order your stuff online, but just order it in advance, because you don't want to wait for Christmas time then to be looking to make orders and they expect the order to come. No. So I suggest that if you want, even when you're buying Christmas items, I don't know, most of my shopping is from away. I don't bother to shop here anymore for certain things, because like minor things here, like groceries and whatever, but most of my stuff come from away, and I don't know like what is the difference between the quality, because it lasts longer. Because this jeans that I have on, I have this jeans for 3 years, and when I shop for jeans, you all know I have thick thighs, so the middle does just start a bust up. So 3 years and nothing, no bursting in the crotch, nothing. And when I buy jeans here, it's like within a month, 2 months, the middle of the jeans looking wash out, and then you're seeing in a few clicks or shove or wine, it go burst out. So I don't know. I just, things are to be working so hard for your money and then not being able to enjoy what you buy is very difficult. I don't know about all you. I don't like to waste money. I don't like to waste my money. I like nice things, but when I do buy what I need, I buy them in sets, and I buy stuff that would last, because I don't find it makes sense to be spending a set of money on something, and yeah, you buy the cheaper perfume, but by the time you walk outside, it's smelling good throughout the whole house, you know, but by the time you walk outside, the scent gone. I don't know about you, when I pass, you must smell. That's too bad. When I pass, you must smell me. So I think that that's something that you guys should look into, right? And the other thing that I want to share with you guys, please, when you guys are doing your shopping, be very vigilant, because you all know the snatchers, they have a full-time job. Their full-time job is for you working hard for your money and you going to shop, and they looking to snatch. But when you beat, they cons. I say cons. I try not to cuss all day. When you beat, they cons. They vex. Yeah, they're more vexed than you. So when you're going in the ATM, especially for ladies, yeah, jeans is actually supposed to last a long time, but most of it don't. The quality that they're selling here now don't. And So as I was saying, when you guys going to the ATM or whatever you're going to, stay inside and check all your money before, instead of, some of you like to walk outside to check. No, don't check outside. Stay inside, check all your money, be very vigilant. Put all the money in all your breasts. I just take I don't shame. I don't care. When I want my cash, I'm taking it out. Most times I just walk with card anyway, so just avoid always taking it off. Just to avoid taking it off from in your bosom, I just walk with my card. I swipe with my card anyway. I know when you swipe in your card, that tax rate taken out just be very ridiculous, but I rather that than end up without nothing. So, if you have to have cash on you, keep it in your boobs. Buy some nice comfy bras where you can keep it in your boobs. Don't put the money in the boobs because too much of people thinking. I have like I took a rag, right? Because I don't want when I thinking money sweaty when I go to hand people the money sweaty. So I brought a rag and I cut the rag and I sew it like a pocket. And what I did is that I lined the inside with plastic, so even if I sweat, the money wouldn't get wet. Right? So line it. You could do it with thread and needle. Don't some of it too damn lazy. Or just get a nice little pocket purse where wouldn't damage up your skin or rub on your skin when you put it there. So you could get that and put your money, right? Because there's too much of people who snatching and they're working a full-time job, believe it or not. So them, that's a full-time job. That's why some of them have to spend Christmas and wherever it is inside of there. I'm sorry to say, some of all you, when all they get locked up, you fall innocent, I'm sorry for you. But they fall innocent and I'm sorry for you. To the gentleman who wait until I came out Western Union and mash up my good damn purse, right? And then telling me family, you ain't easy and you should have tell me, nigga, I'm sorry for you. Right? Because I work hard for what I have and you wait until I coming down from Western Union. This nigga, and that's the thing what you need to watch, coming from Mirage, Western Union. Coming downstairs, this nigga following me, and you see sometimes we just be caught up with the phone. Right? And we doesn't take that time to watch we surroundings. Right? And for him to be comfortable following you from Western Union to wherever, that means he accustomed doing it. Even there by Mirage in Arima, there is a ATM outside. All you please be vigilant and be very careful, right? Because the robbers and the bandits working a full-time job. Me ain't get wrong by biting your balls. They can't get wrong for that. I just take my money and I have a little thing that I make with my rag and I just put it in my boobs and walk all over with it. Because most times I just walk with my card. I don't care. Once your money is sweaty and whatever, sometimes I buy the cashier. Taking it out and handing them. I don't care. The most I just do is watch man laugh. Shocked. I don't care. Customers are all in the line just watch man laugh and I don't care because I'd rather be safe than sorry. Right? You go to the ATM and you take out your money. Be careful, watch your surroundings because these people, I tell you earlier, they behaving like if your money is there, right? And some of them when they get locked up, they're more vexed than you. Especially when you show up to court. I saw you come to rob me and police told you I come in every day. I had time. I come into court. Because all you on shit. So all you would learn is not to be taking people thing. So to the young man who wait until I come out, Mirage Western Union, to decide to follow me, to snatch my purse. You mash up my good purse, but I hold on to that purse. I thank God it's leather because when we start to fight, my hand was sweating. My damn phone fall and go on under the people freaking shelf. Thank God because the fucker looking for you. After you don't get caught, they're still looking for the phone. And the security guard now balling about her oh, but all they don't fight inside of here. Take all the domestic thing outside. Like, really, nigga? Really, nigga? And this is me. What the fuck, I don't know him? Is Robbie trying to rob me? Eh? I hold him and you let him pass. Oh, well, I not on duty, you know, I walking going so, and you let him pass. I tell all I came out of marriage, walking, going about my business. This young man followed me straight down to the corner. You know, when they bend the corner, I'd have the store in the corner, the Chinese store in the corner. There, I always forget Hoi Kam or whatever the name of the Chinese store in the corner. Right? Walk with me going so. I walk in now, looking, stop, and looking to cross where the bus terminus side is there to go about my business. And you decide now, my money I now get from Western Union looking good for you. So you ain't want to work. I tell you now, they fight in the mother can. And thank God that slipper again. Because my slipper might have bust. Because when I done with it, my slipper so in my foot. I didn't even realize the slipper twist. And that had to be a strong slipper. I will get already name of that slipper too. Because for that slipper to twist so and be strong is a good brand of slipper. No, it's made in China. Shit. But anyway, all you need to be careful. Because they're following all you. They're following you. You shopping and you minding the business. And it has some of them walking with you in the store, you know. When you walk in a store, they walk in to see what you buying or how you shopping. And all the, I tell all the ladies, oh God, I know all the, we like we handbag. I like my handbag, but I don't walk with none. Because I just say, you see that handbag, like when they see you with that handbag, or you just, you know, when we have no money, we just let it swing. But when we have money, you know, we just clench it and walk with it. Yeah, they're watching all this so too. That handbag is what does attract them. I know we like we handbag, but we have to do something about that too. But anyway, to the young man, you get your ass cut and you look for what you get. Right? And I'm not feeling sorry for you. Because as I tell you, if you was my son, I would have carried you in the station and lock you up myself. You're lucky you run and you go on where you're going and wherever. But I don't forget faces, eh? Just keep that in mind. I do forget faces. You know when you're saying that, they just take it as a threat too. But I don't forget faces because you on shit. People working hard for the money and you looking to come and rob people. You're making no sense. So when all you coming out of the ATM, be vigilant. Try and do something. Put all your money some way. If all you even sometimes they come to rob you, poor you, they come to rob you, they're filling up your pocket now and thinging. So all you in all your pants, put a second pocket. No, not close to where the pocket is. It has some pants where you could put a next pocket where they wouldn't even know it there. Put it. That is called vex money or wherever money, because they're robbing you and going with everything. So be careful. Right? So I need to put on this phone so you guys can see what I'm doing, because he's still alive. He's still alive. I don't even know where he is. He's still alive. Fucker was taller than me, but all you know I'm missing a screw, because I now get my little money, have my little bill to pay, and you're looking to, what the fuck do you? My brother asked me to pay a bill for him 2 weeks back, so he sent back the money. He have his, even though he said he have his property here, so he asked me to pay some bills for him, because he and the girl, whoever. But I paid the bill, and he sent back my money through Western Union, and I going to get the little money. You come in, and I had to pay my bill, and you looking to snatch. Yeah, that the next thing too. You're walking on. I hear people talk about that, you know. One of my friends, I heard her talk about that too. That phone thing, you're walking and talking on your phone and anything. The next thing too, all you need to check all yourself too. Oh God. That the next thing too. Imagine you can't listen to music in peace, because if you're listening to that music, that indication to them, you have a phone for the thief. Yeah? They're waiting until you're in a lonely part and they're coming to take your phone from you too. So even when you think, get earbuds and put on all your hair. So that's why I just do now. I have the wireless. It's only sometime when my son play fast and pick it up and go with it. He has a headphone, you know, but I don't even argue with him. Sometimes when he ready, he's gone with my own and he leave you on. He had the same earbud, you know, and he mash it up. And now I tell him, I say, use the $75 headphone. So that we use it now. But I have my little earbuds I just put in my ears because I just put my hair down so nobody can see. That nothing if all say I talking to myself. Only see me, but I know I have my earbud in my ears. But try and get the earbuds. It have nice ones. I don't like the Samsung one that hard. It have the soft ones. It have softer ones where you could just put in the ears. It have some with 14 hours and wherever. The one I have is, I think, 14 hours, so it's just a little bigger. It comes out here because it's like 14 hours wherever, playtime and wherever. Is one that we giving away too. That on our competition thing that we would be giving away. But the one we giving away is a red one. But get the little earbuds and put it in all the ears, because when all they're walking with this is when they're telling themselves, well, you know, all their phone in all their pocket, and the fucking bold face, you know, they're rubbing you and feeling up your pocket. So I tell him that the other day, you know, I say every time you pick it up, you know, your little allowance you're getting for school, I go start to collect money because he don't charge it. He just take it and rest it down there when he done use it. Oh, I forget to charge it. So every time sometime you're going somewhere and you have to use it, it's in charge. If you know that, this piss me off, eh? Yeah, the dad take it so far and hide it. Quite in the passenger. You know, this man went in there and looked. I said, we're going in the passenger for. I tell him, I say, I will start to charge it. Every time you pick it up and you go with it, and you don't charge it, I will start to charge it. Take your allowance. Or take some from it. Shit, I'd rather take some. Guy want to take all, guy really what you going to school and asking body for nothing. But I had to go down the road earlier. So let me see how I can position this camera for all to see. I'll come off the live and just do this part, because it's just this little piece here that I have to do. So I'm just going to do this part, and then I have the other, but then again I have the other stuff to stick. So but I'll show you how I'm doing that too. These are plastic containers that I spray painted, and I'm going to put some, all you know I like bling, and everything for me is bling. So these are some plastic containers that I spray painted, and I'm going to put it in the center of here, and I'm going to bling it out. So I'm going to put some diamonds on it and put it in the center of here, but I'm not going to stick it down, because sometimes I want the customer to be able to use it. As I said, I always create like different pieces, unique pieces for each customer. So I decided to put like a sweetie container. So it's like you put in this and you put in the sweetie in it. But what I'm doing, I'm not sticking it down, because sometimes, you know, with the heat, sweetie melt and whatever, or sometimes you might have to wash out the container or whatever. How it is spray painted and then it's glossed over, so even whatever, you could wash it out. And what I spray painted it with, you could use it, right? You could put the sweetie in it, it wouldn't affect you in any type of way. So I'm gonna put it in the middle there, that the little space that I leave for it, and that way if anything happens, the customer, even self that you think you could choose to like put a candle, if you don't want to put sweetie in it, is what the customer choose to put in it, eh? But I send in it full of sweetie. When the sweetie done, or if she wants to choose to do whatever, she could do whatever with it after. It's up to her, right? She paying for it. So this now, you too, honey, be safe and have a wonderful day. So these are candles I made. This one is money. This flavor is money. So I make candles as well. So this flavor is money, and it's a very high sweet scented aroma. I have some that is vanilla and almonds and whatever, but it's whatever flavor you ask for is what I put. She loved the scent of the money because I made candles for her before, so she asks that I use back this scent because it's more than one centerpiece I'm making for her. This is the other set of things that I did, and they have to go on the other centerpiece that I would be making from scratch and doing the live with you, so that way you could see it how I'm doing it. because there are a lot of people who want wreath for Christmas, and when you're going to the store, it's too goddamn expensive, and you guys rather try to make it for yourself. That way you could personalize your piece to suit you, right? So I'm gonna be showing you that in a bit. So I'm just gonna run through the rest of what I'm doing here with you guys, and then I would start the other one. So this live might take like about an hour and a half. So I'll get all the snacks. So I need to position the camera where you guys could see it and stuff, because I want you to see what I'm doing with this as well. So like I said, you could put candle in it. You could put the candle, get a big candle because it holds a big candle. You could put a candle in it, or you could put sweets in it, or probably a little small arrangement, or whatever it is. But I'm leaving it open, so it's your creative sense as to what you want to put in it, right? So I need to set up the camera. So guys, I'm gonna come off the live for a while because I need to find a place to put the camera, because my stand that I have to put the camera, if I put it how I'm accustomed putting it, you guys wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing because the stand is high. So I have to, let me see if I could get something to put it, right? So that way it could hold the phone and you guys can see what I'm doing. You guys tell me if you're seeing what I'm doing. Remember, if I put down the phone, I would not see your comments until after. And even if I come off the live, I am being honest with you guys, I cannot answer any questions until I come back home or probably tomorrow, because when I come off this live and I'm done with what I'm doing, I have to go and pick up my customers' orders and I have stuff to do. I am not hosting any event today because I have tons of work backed up. I was doing these here as sample candles for customers, and I just wanted to see how it would be because I'm hosting an event next week. So I have these as a sample pattern, so I'm going to be doing plenty of these too. But when I am doing those, I will do a tutorial for you guys, and you guys can check it out on the YouTube channel, because that way you would be able to see how I make the candles from scratch, right? So as I said, I'm gonna put down the phone and run through this quickly with you guys, because I only have like about an hour and a half, because I don't want to stick myself here because I have other work to do. So I'm just gonna put it down. I bear in mind, even if you make comments, I cannot work and hold the phone to comment. I wish I had like I need to get a camera. I'm saving for that, but I had more important things, so you know how that goes. And I don't want to buy just any camera. That particular camera is $12,000. It does videos and everything, and it twists because it's an automatic system that twists with you. So however you twist, so you use your hand to signal it, it moves with you, and it's $12,000. I saw other camera that I wanted to get, but when I really think about it, better I buy what suits my personal need rather than just buying something that I really would be like, I shouldn't have buy that after. So you all know, when I set my mind on something, that is exactly what I want. So I'll say it again, I'm gonna do this. My hands need to be in there. I cannot reply to your comments. I would not be able to see your comments because the phone will be down. So good luck, and I hope that it helps you guys, so you guys will be able to make your own, right? Now bear in mind, when you're doing this, you need to have your measurements in check. Please don't freestyle like me. Get your tape and whatever and do your measurements. Bear in mind that I am a professional, so some of you guys may not, and I don't want you wasting material, so you would not be able to freestyle like I do. So please don't, when you're doing this, please don't freestyle like I do. Get your measurements, because I don't want you to waste material, because these things are very expensive. Now, like when you're doing this as a beginner, I think that you should have a lighter on hand where you can do this to burn the edges. Please don't do like me. So have your lighter on hand where you could burn the edges. Now I am accustomed doing this with nip and tuck, but I am accustomed doing this fast. So you wouldn't be able to do it as me, and I don't want you to get these things comes out, because remember it's made from a specific plastic thread, so they tend to come out. So don't do it as I do. Please get a lighter and burn the edges, so that if you don't nip and tuck properly, at least you wouldn't have this flaring out, because you remember these are items that are very expensive, and you want to be able to use this for another Christmas, or even if you don't use it that year, whenever. So you want to be able to pick it up and put it in a bag and put it where you know you could probably use it next time, and you don't want the next time when you're going to use it all of these are shredded out. So that's the reason why I tell you to burn it. Now I nip and tuck properly because I know where I left my space. Now if you're not a professional, you may forget. I'm not saying that you would, but you may forget where you left the spacing, so you wouldn't be able to nip and tuck properly as I do, because the nip and tuck that I'm doing, I know where I left the spaces. So I know even if the customer puts it in a bag and whatever it is, it would not move, because I have mesh inside of these. I have like, there's a U mesh that you put, so I raise them and then I push these in, right? So please keep that in mind. Now the other thing, not to have this end outside, you need to fold it like this, so you're tucking, so that way you will have two smooth edges to do your pattern with. So, like I said, you see how quickly I did that? Now, if you're not accustomed, you wouldn't do it as quick, and then you wouldn't get like a poofy pattern. You may get slopping. And then on top of it, if you're not holding it properly to keep it in place, you may see the liners inside, and when you're doing a wreath, you don't want to be seeing any excess thread or anything outside. You want a nice smooth finish on the outside. So keep that in mind, right? So let me start the centerpiece. And the other thing that I suggest to you guys, because I am accustomed with the hot glue, yes, I get burned, but I don't get burned as bad as I used to, because my finger, it looks smooth, but there is glue on my finger. What I do is put glue and let it dry, right? And I don't know if you guys could see it. There's glue on my finger, right? What I do is that, I don't know if you guys seeing it, but I put glue on my finger. The reason for doing this is that you put glue and you put Vaseline or either cream on your finger. So when you're dealing with hot glue, it wouldn't burn you as bad. You would feel a heat, but you wouldn't get burned. So to the tips of your fingers that you know you're using, if you don't have a heat tucker, right? I had a heat tucker, but I probably threw it away by mistake. So if you don't have that, you put glue on your finger and you rub the cream, right? But you're not rubbing too much to have your finger slippery. You see how my fingers is moving? If it was your normal skin, it would have moved, yes, but it would have kind of like give you a, you know. So you need to do that because of the fact that hot glue burns very bad, right? So I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. You put your glue on this, and the other thing is that if you have your fan on, I suggest you move quickly, because the hot glue is something that dries really fast, right? And you don't want it to give you a bad finish, so I suggest that you, and always have your scissors close by, because you need to cut and paste, right? Now, talking to you guys, I went off track because I was supposed to stop. I was supposed to measure the edges and then put it on, because these are not circle diamonds, so then you would have like a piece that would give you a lap, and you don't want a lap. So like this edging, I got a lap over, so now I have to take regular diamonds and fill it in here where I get the lap. So remember to measure before you stick down, so you wouldn't get a lap. You see how perfectly it came to the edge of this? So you want to keep it that way. But mine is fine. Now you can use this edge and just stick it here, right? Because this is a circle edge. And remember, like I said, if you have on the fan, this is something you have to do quickly, because this is hot glue, and once air hits it, it dries really quickly. I use E6000 glue or hot glue for most of my project. I use Gorilla Glue, but Gorilla Glue is very expensive, so mostly I use them on glass, not on projects like these, because of the fact that the glass is something that customers is going to be washing regularly and keeping it there regularly. So you need to know what type of glue to buy, so you guys could use E6000 glue or Gorilla Glue. It's fine. So when you get your measurements, you'll have here cups, because you don't want any diamonds lapping. Try your best to get a very good hot glue gun, right? So as you see, when I did it, there is like a space there, and I don't want this space there. So what you do is that you cut this here, and you will have this remain. You can stick it back, but I just want this circle piece. So you cut it out. And you stick it in. Whatever remain, just stick it back and leave it for another day. Now the next thing of using hot glue is sometimes you would get like little webs. Sometimes, according to like, if you can't pull it out properly with your hand, what I do is I have my special. You as a designer, you have to be able to come up with little tricks for yourself to help you work around certain things. So what I can pull out for myself, always get a lot of containers where you can put like excess diamonds and whatever. So I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but I'm hardly seeing it with my eyes, so I know the toothpick will pull it out, because sometimes with hot glue you get like little spider webs. So I came up with a trick of using toothpick to pull them out. So just go back over your work and make sure that it's neatly done or it doesn't have any spider webs anywhere, and that's it. So this is how it looks, right? I don't want to put too much of bling because I want the spacing for you to actually be able to see where the sweets are. So I'm not putting too much of bling on it. And with this now, I'm just gonna turn it this way. And don't put the hot glue here because sometimes your measurement might be bad. So what you want to do, let me turn the fan. What you want to do is put the hot glue on the end of the other palette instead of putting it there, because sometimes you measure and you measure bad and then you have a lot of mess, and I don't like producing messy work. I have a problem with that. I like my work to be neat, so just let it sit for like so when you rest it, it will dry quickly. Try doing it in a way you can measure the bottom, because you don't want it to be, I want it center, right? I don't want it to be way off. So try and always look at it from this angle, right? So there you have it. Like I said, I'm not sticking it down because I want her to be able to remove it, to wash it, like if it needs to wash. So I'm gonna put it here on the inside. So when I put it here, as you guys could see, I want to put it, but make sure you lift your leaves so that when you rest it down, it doesn't shake. Because if you don't lift the leaf, when you put it down, it's going to be shaking, right? So there it is. And like I said, you can put sweets on it there, right? And now there is a space here, so you need to cover this space. So always leave extra stuff, right, so that you don't have any spacing, because it's a wreath, you don't want any spacing, right? And even if you stick it down, how I position it, it's easy to just remove and then put back. So she would know when she's putting it back, well, you know, she has to fix it properly. But like I said, don't leave any spacing, because you don't want any ugly spacing on a wreath, right? Now what you do to the edge of the flowers, make sure that your flowers are neatly fixed. What I suggest when you're doing flowers, especially if you're not making it for yourself and you're buying it, always have a flat iron on hand. What you use for your hair, have a flat iron on hand, because that way you can pass it on this and have the leaves smoothen out, because it like clothes, you don't want to give people ramful flowers. So take your time with your glue, make sure and put enough, because you want this to stick and not come out, and you want it to stick in a way that when she has to keep removing this, it doesn't pull this out. So you need to stick it properly, and try to stick it on, get it to stick on the wreath itself, right? So that's it for this one. You just leave it, let it dry. Make sure that you push the leaves inside so that it could hold, and use the vines from these and bend it to suit you, so that way you have no spacing. There is no spacing for anybody to see. I'm going to take my sweetie back out. But I have to, when I go down the road, I'll buy the sweets and put it in here for her. So that's it for this, right? And I'm gonna make the other one quickly and show you guys. Let me show you straight around it. Let me hold the phone where you guys can see it. So this is it. This is straight around it. Let me turn it where you guys can see it. Now remember, you use cardboard. You can use cardboard or you can use styrofoam, but I prefer to use cardboard when making things like these because I don't have a lot of stuff that I'm pushing in. I cut out most of my stuff and I actually stick it on the branches itself because of the fact that I don't like tucking in flowers, because what happens most times when you tuck in flowers, there are some customers will not be as gentle. Look at how much silver or something. I keep trying to take it out and it's not coming out. But anyway, I'll take it out before I go down and do it. I say that but trying to take out glitter is something is something else. So what I do, I don't stick flowers in. I tend to try to glue them down. Even when I'm making a bouquet, even though I stick them in, I still try to glue them together, because sometimes moving around things come out of place or pull out or whatever, because it's not everybody. You are making it so you would be gentle because you don't want it to fall apart. But when you give something to a customer, not all customers is going to be as gentle as you, right? So bear that in mind. Glue shit down. When you're doing these things, you need to glue it down. So this is how it looks, right? So you notice there are no spacings that you could see the board inside. Even if there is spacing on the inside like there, you notice I have stuff covering it so the customer can't see what product I use for the base or whatever it is. Everything is covered. And the next thing is, people, just because you're using a cardboard base doesn't mean you're just like, oh, I'm using a cardboard base or whatever. You need your work to be neat. So even if when she lifts this up, let me see if I can lift it up with one hand. Even when she lifts it up, it is fully covered, right? The bottom is fully covered with a nice wrap, right, that I stuck in there. So even if she lifts it up, it is fully covered. So don't just be like, oh, but I use cardboard or whatever. No, you need to cover it properly, right? So this is for the other wreath, and I use 3 layers of cardboard because you want it to be, even though it's light here, but you don't want, when you put, you see how I could have hold that with one hand and you not get to no lop or no bending. You need to put 3 layers of cardboard. And what I use to stick the cardboard is E6000 glue, because I notice sometimes when you use paper glue gives you pockets, and not only that, sometimes it comes apart. Don't ask me how. I think maybe when you spray paint on it, probably that's the reason why the wettiness makes it comes out or whatever. But then I have mesh, so I'm gonna wrap the cardboard. As I said, I didn't do a straight circle for this because it's a circle table she has, but you need to remember that if you want, you could do a straight circle, but I didn't do a straight circle. I did a circle, but I use like lines on the edges, because when you do your plate setting, I want you to be able to have room but not touch your pieces on the your centerpiece, right? So this is to wrap, and I left my staple gun I did a wedding weekend and I left the staple gun and I didn't go for it, so I started using my stapler and it broke in my hand. So I have to use it. I have to continue using it how it is. So you staple this down, right? But how you're stapling it down, the staples wouldn't go on the back. You don't want you don't want to do a one layer so that when you staple it down, you're stapling, cutting people's hand or choking people. No, I don't want to complain about that. So use your 3 layers, which is strong enough when you put the item, so you don't get a lopping or bending, because the board is bent, it's cardboard, it's not thing. If you choose to use wood, it's up to you, but cardboard is inexpensive because you could go to any grocery and be like, okay, I need a box. So I'm gonna show you guys that. I'm gonna put down the phone and I'm gonna carry this inside because I need my table. Right, it was only one table I have in the workshop. So give me a second.